Hey, hello everyone. Hope you are doing great. Here everything is nice. We have another live stream again. It's been quite a while actually since it was my last live stream, I think, because we started the season with Irma, was really lovely, and then we had Gerald, and then we had my mother as well doing a demonstration. So I'm really happy to see you all, everyone, again. Well, at least I'm happy to be with you again. Let's put it like that, because of course I'm not seeing you. So today I am going to make a couple of arrangements. Depending on how much time we have, maybe I will do a little bit extra, but we'll see how that goes. In any case, my name is Mike Boerma. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Glad to have you here. We do these type of live streams every other week. We just make a lot of flower arrangements, and then we talk through them, and then we communicate with each other, and then you can give us feedback, or you can ask some questions. Any questions that you want about floristry, please feel free to do so. And yeah, so let's start with the first design. So, hello, there I am again. So this is the first thing I will make. It's the frame for a bouquet. It's actually a bouquet frame I made for a homework assignment for the master course, the Master in European Floral Design course, that I'm also participating in. It's a really exciting course taught by Gregor, and I just took out the bouquet and then I'm going to reuse it again. So for our patrons who are supporting us on Patreon, I will be making a similar frame in the nearby future, but what I do have is the recordings. I made some nice recordings for another thing that I made later on, so you will have that next week, how to make it. And then this one, it's for another time. So it's a frame made out of Nothofagus antarctica branches, which is, I think, apparently my favorite type of branch, because every time I'm looking through our yard and I'm checking out what kind of branches I'm going to use, I always go for the Nothofagus antarctica because it has such interesting shapes and it's very contorted, maybe that's a nice word for it in English. So, and I connected these branches by drilling a hole inside the branch, and then I put a very thick, or a couple of very thick 1.8 millimeter stop wires in there, and then I connected that all together in the center, and then I covered those techniques with some nice binding wire from Oasis. And last week I had a student ask me, well, but why don't you just hold the branches all into your hand? It's a lot faster. Well, certainly is a lot faster. But in this case, when I do something like this, I can really create all the shapes that I want. This wire gives me so much freedom. I can push it or bend it in any shape that I want in any direction. And I'm connecting these branches together with some other branches, and that gives me a nice frame to build from. So it's a nice little support. Yeah. So let's start. I'll grab some materials here. I got some nice greens over here. So I'll put them a little bit higher so that I don't have to disappear from the screen all the time. And at any point, if you have any questions, like what the heck am I doing, please feel free to ask. So I'm grabbing some pistachia. That is a nice supporting green. It's a good filler. It's actually a leftover from the pistachio nut industry. So they have all these bushes, and then what should we do with all these branches afterwards? So they sell them nowadays, well, for the last maybe decades, to the floral industry. And it's a very useful product. It's a very affordable filler. And other things that I have are over here. Whoop, boom. I have some calla lilies, or Santadesia. I have some Veronicas, and these are leftovers from our classes. So I'm going to use quite a bit of Veronicas. Normally I would maybe use 6 or 7, but since we had some lovely leftovers, why not use as much as I can in there. Then I have these very nice roses that came open very well. Very lovely. I have some hellebores over here that hopefully I won't forget. Then I have some purple lizzies. Some dianthus, also purple. Then some nice antirrhinum, bam, over there. Then for a nice little different texture, I have the wax flower or camelaucium. So it's a lot of flowers, you don't need all these flowers. You can make something very nice with less flowers, but I always like to have different textures, different shapes, and different sizes of flowers in one sort of bouquet. So, Angelica, I see you waving the thing.
Yes, so we have some people in the chat.
Hey.
We have New Age Floral saying this should be fun.
Thank you, yes, I'm excited too.
Lisa Florista saying, hi Mike and all my Boerma friends.
Hey Lise, how are you doing? Thank you for being here again today.
We have Sally G saying, hi Mike.
Hey Sally.
And we have Sally Hardy saying, hello everyone from Berkshire, UK.
Hey,
and we
welcome.
Have Angela Hurt sending you a very cool emoji with
sunglasses.
Cool sunglasses. And
Thank
a
you.
question from Angela about the homework you got from the masterclass. How is the homework?
Yeah, the homework is a lot of fun. So we got two assignments in between. So basically the master course is a two-parter. We have part 1, then we have homework 1, which is a bouquet. At least this time it's a bouquet, maybe something else next time. And that's a bouquet in a style that you want to do yourself. I chose for asymmetrical bouquet. And the next assignment is simply asymmetry. So you can do anything you want, but it has to be asymmetrical. And of course, it has to follow the design scheme that we're taught in the master course. It's also supposed to, you have to also process and conceptualize the design through the steps in the wellsprings of inspiration. So all sorts of theory by Gregor, and you have to apply that, and you have to make an assignment book with that as well. And that's basically how the homework works. Angelica.
Yes, and we have Bill Schaefer saying, hello, my friends.
Hey, Bill. Nice to have you here. This morning I woke up and I was like, should I wear my Phillies cap or not? And now I regret not doing that. Well, good to have you here, Bill. Really miss you guys over there. Please say hi to the family. So, yes, Bill's an amazing designer and florist who does really crazy event work all over the US. So please look up Schaefer Designs if you have the time. They really do awesome work. And Bill is also someone who invited us to come over, for example, to the Philly Flower Show, which is amazing. It's the biggest flower show in the US, maybe world. So really cool. Met a lot of nice people over there, and also was asked by Bill to join him for a wedding in Texas at some point. It was an amazing wedding, really, really crazy. Nice adventure, a lot of fun. So yeah, please check out Schaefer Designs. So then I'm continuing with my materials. As you can see, I'm just adding some filler in here. So I have some pistachia, and that's gonna push out all of these stems a little bit when I add my flowers. So the style that I'm doing now, at least the style I'm attempting to do now, is what's kind of like popular now, this boho thing. And it's really my own interpretation of the boho style, because I have a hard time replicating that. But I was with Gregor and a lot of teachers at the teacher training seminar in France a while back, and then we were discussing the boho style and what it's about, or what we think it's about, and we came to the conclusion that it's really a style that is like a modern romantic style, and it's about creating an open silhouette, so a vague outline. It's like a amorphic shape. That's a word for you. It's a very strange word, but anyway, amorphic. Am I saying it right even? I'm not sure. Yeah, amorphic, it's a word, I think. I think I'm not making that one up. So anyway, yeah. So basically that's what I'm trying to do, to replicate. So when you squint your eyes, there shouldn't really be like a shape of a cascade or a shape of the moon, a moon shape, or a Biedermeier or whatever. So yeah, different textures going in and out of the bouquet, some high, some low, some thinner materials that are more high in the bouquet, and then some more compact materials that are lower in the bouquet, and then a nice rustic style of these stems of camelaucium or waxflower. And for example, the eucalyptus is really a staple in this. Angelica.
Yes, question from Bill.
Yeah.
Be seeing you in June, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark.
Well, yes, please. That would be lovely. If this is an invite to the flower show, then yes, 100% yes. I'll make sure that I have space in my agenda. Yes, Angelica.
Yes, and New Age Floral says the neo-traditional movement is very strong in the USA.
Yes, I think so too. That's that's basically what has inspired the movement all around the world. Because if you look at Instagram, well, everyone looks at Instagram, and well, not so much anymore, but Pinterest, and that really spread this phase craze, maybe, really around the world. So in the Netherlands also people are requesting for this boho more and more. Oh, what's up? Angelica isn't...
Beep, 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 beep. Heel soft.
Oh, okay. Angelica is soft? For anyone out there, are you able to hear Angelica or not? Because then we have to raise her volume a little bit.
Beep,
Maybe
beep, 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 beep.
maybe Sin can help out. Because we have now Sin also working here. Sin is Angelica's sister, and she's helping out in the office, and she's helping out with the live streams, and she helps me edit the videos now. So she came also from art and design school in Amsterdam, and I asked her if she would maybe like to edit some videos. So I taught her a little. Well, I mean, I'm self-taught with video editing, but I helped her a little bit start up with that. And now she's starting to put out some videos for us. And now she's also helping with the second camera. Hey, we're testing?
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun having my sister work together here.
Right, that's nice. Yeah, really family business.
So I'm quiet. It's very soft, but the bar is full.
Okay, that is strange. But you did raise the volume or no? Okay.
But it's to the max.
Oh, you know what it's so sorry about everyone about these technical issues, but you can, we have the little thing over there in the bottom. You can raise the input, but not too much, because if you go too much, then it's going to be crazy. Just a little bit. Mic line in 1, maybe? Or yeah, that should do it.
Okay, testing.
So please
maybe
let us know
if a little bit more. It's
if
still
she's all right.
low, maybe.
So?
A little bit more. Yeah, it's getting better.
Okay, well then.
Getting better.
Then it should probably be all right. So I'm adding now some roses. So these big open roses are really going to be eye-catching because we have a lot of thin lines here with the Veronica. The Veronica is very thin, so that's also why I add multiple to make it appear a little bit better in the bouquet. And it's a lot of open textures, right? So, and I'm compensating that by adding in some big open roses to gain some vocal areas in this bouquet. Angelica.
So going back a bit because of the thing.
Sorry, yeah.
Angela said amorphic, having no defined shape,
yes.
lacking form, amorphous.
That is definitely the word I was trying to pronounce. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yes, Angelica.
And Sally G says camelaucium is native to the state I live in Australia.
Cool.
It grows
lovely.
wild along the roadside.
Nice. Then it's epic filler for you. So, as you can see, it's really crazy. And I'm just looking like on the screen. Of course, it's darker than in real life. So the purple is hiding a little bit over there. So we need something else. Maybe just for the screen so that we can see a bit of color over there. Yeah, so in the Netherlands, unfortunately, you're not allowed to forage. In the US, apparently that's no issue. So You can have really cheap weddings if you use a lot of greens, but here, you know, greens aren't very cheap, unfortunately, but I still like to work with them a lot. And we are very lucky that we have a gardener friend who is supporting us by just, you know, he has so many cuttings that he would otherwise throw away, so he donates them to us, and then we have beautiful branches and sometimes beautiful foliage to work with that otherwise we really couldn't get our hands on. So shout out to Jan, thank you very much, really awesome. Angelica.
So New Age Floral, by the way, says this is Kirsten van Dijk speaking.
Oh, Kirsten, hey, thank you for hanging out with us. That's nice. Angelica, could you maybe give me an antirinum, like this pink one from over there? I need a little bit more. So, and then I'm adding some asparagus, cetaceus, which is also amazing for its fluffy texture, but also it has some movement that's going downward. So we have a lot of movement going up, and I just want to compensate that a bit by adding that to the bottom. And maybe that's a bit much.
Antirinum of antirinum?
Antirinum, ja. Dat is de roze. Ik heb de paarse nodig.
Oh.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So, and then we have something else cool. We have Italian ruscus over here, and that can make a nice movement going outwards like that. So, and that's a bit much, a drastic change. Thank you very much. That's just the one, and do we have more?
Oh, yeah, I thought you wanted.
Sorry, yes, I should have been more specific. So just the one would be a bit of a drastic change in, so from like going into out of the bouquet. So what I'm going to do is add another one that's a bit shorter. So just have to remove some of these branches here. Then I'm going to go, whoop, make this a bit shorter over here. Oh, no, that was a mistake. Let's see. You know what? I'll just add something like this. Just a cut-off piece of branch. So then it's a little bit more connected. Yes, Angelica.
Yes, Lisa Florista says, my boho flower donkey. With
Oh,
a
yeah.
smiley face with hearts.
Yes.
It's super cute.
Nice. Yes. So Lisa has a wedding donkey business. The donkey is called Barolo and has her own Instagram page. It's really fun, really cute to see. Oh, these are a little bit sad, these Antirinum. But anyway, so she dresses up the donkey in flowers, and then people can rent the donkey to have on their wedding. So I think that's a really cute service, and people really like it a lot. So then I have some hedera. Let's make that hedera come out somewhere. On the other side, cutting some of the branches because, you know, it's a bit getting in the way over here. So all the people in the US, thank you very much for waking up so early to hang out with us. For me, that would be very difficult. Well, it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast, so that's, you know, I could do with that. But I heard René van Rems was maybe going to tune in, and he really has to be there at 9 or 6 in the morning. That's pretty crazy. So, no, this is too long. That's not going to be in there. But what I do want is some other movement. So I'm going to take in some callas, some calla lilies, and these are going to come out nicely, hang, droop downwards over here, so that we have some interesting movement in that direction as well. So really like that, to have some other movements in there. So let's do it on the other side as well. So we try to apply the golden rule a little bit. So we have some 3, 5, 8 in there by adding a group on one side, far apart from the others, and then 2 groups a bit closer together over there. Well, like so. Bless you.
Thank you.
A little sneeze in the background. So, like so. Then, I am one to forget a lot of things. So let's see if I'm not forgetting anything. first off, of course, I'm forgetting the hellebores. Very nice. Make it come out over here. It's a very long one also, like we're lucky to have it this long because more often than not, hellebores, they're pretty pricey, but worth their money of course, but still, and usually quite short. So, Angelica.
So Angela says that we can forage in the UK.
Oh.
Sally G says
Also
we're
lucky.
not allowed to forage either. We have a very strict rule. So in Australia, it's a no-no.
Okay.
And New Age Floral says foraging with permission.
Okay, okay. So it's not as crazy as I thought. Well, in the UK it's apparently very crazy, but right? She's allowed to. Well, that's good. It's nice if you're able to do that. In Romania as well, I've heard from Niku that he's able to supplement all these weddings he's doing by just grabbing some beautiful greens out of the forest. But yeah, here all the nature is kind of man-made, like the Amsterdam forest. It was done after World War I, and people were jobless. So the government was like, well, we need to put these people to work, so let's make a forest. And well, it's a very nice forest. It's more like a park, really, but it's really nice. Oh, I had some more actually. Let's see, this goes in here. Maybe it goes in here, yes. Yes, I have to be careful that it doesn't break when I squeeze them in. Yes, Angelica.
Yes, we have Margaret Pasman.
Hey, Margaret.
Saying, hello, lovely people. Is it possible to watch your live stream with subtitles in Dutch?
Ooh.
Because she doesn't understand everything we're saying.
So actually, I would love to add them, but it's really a lot of work. So I'm editing the videos, and Sin is also editing the videos. But to do subtitles is really a lot of work. Maybe if someone would love to volunteer, I mean, maybe so Lisa, you're studying Dutch, right? So maybe you know, if you want to do some fun things, like it's a great homework assignment, right? Maybe. So, but any case, yeah. So I personally do not have the time to do that, but I would love to have them if anyone would volunteer for it. We do have some videos with Japanese subtitles because I have a friend who does those. But yeah. Angelica.
But that is done later. That is not during.
Oh yes,
now.
live is not possible.
Yeah.
No, live would be impossible. We do not have anyone sitting here and transcribing what I do. So just to quickly in Dutch, like, sorry, ja, we hebben geen ondertiteling. Live kan natuurlijk sowieso niet, maar je zou het wel terug kunnen kijken met ondertiteling. Maar op dit moment, je hebt gewoon geen tijd om dat te doen. Dus als ik iemand heb die op vrijwillige basis de video's zou willen vertalen en ondertitelen, dan kan het wel. Maar op dit moment heb ik helaas nog niemand gevonden daarvoor. Dus. Maar goed, sorry. So my apologies to the Dutchies. At the moment we do not have any subs. Angelica.
Yes, question from New Age Floral.
Yeah.
Is it a Dutch floral aesthetic to have a high percentage of greens in design work?
That's a good question, actually. I do think in the Netherlands we use a lot more greens than probably in the US and in Japan as well. They use a lot more flowers. But I feel like in a bouquet like this one, I like to have a natural aesthetic in these open silhouette bouquets. And there's so much nice foliage around that I feel really works well with this style, like the like the leather fern, the eucalyptus. So yeah, I think other than basically the Dutch people use a lot more greens is the fact that this style lends itself to use more greens, especially eucalyptus. You know, it's like eucalyptus everywhere. Angelica.
Yes, so first of all, Lisa Florista says really beautiful arrangement.
Thank you.
And yes, great project about the subs. Sally G says this bouquet is beautiful.
Thank you.
And we have Sindhu
saying
Sindhu. Hello, Mike.
Hey, hey. Leuk dat je er bent. Nice that you're here. Thank you.
And
all the way
question
from Jakarta. Yes.
From Angela.
Yeah.
Do you ask neighbors if you can have They're cuttings.
So sometimes neighbors actually come over here and they're saying like, oh, you know, I have a lot of hedera. The hedera is getting out of hand. Could you maybe cut some? You're allowed to use it. Then yes, we would do. But no, mostly we just get them from our friend Jan.
Or sometimes we ask neighbors if they're cutting a tree or something, and it's like next to the road.
So sometimes when I'm driving around with my car and we see a lot of branches outside, then we just ring the bell and like, hey, you're not using this? We could use it. And sometimes even we get a call from like some random person from some village a couple of kilometers away, and they're like, hey, I heard from such and so that you guys would like some conifer. So, you know, it happens. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, that's the bouquet. It has a very open feel to it, and it's kind of amorphous, right? So asymmetrical, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. I cannot really see it very well. Maybe if I hold it like this, it's better to see. It's a more calm background. Yeah, it's amorphous and asymmetrical. So yes.
So
Angelica.
Sindhu says, nice natural bouquet.
Thank you.
And Angela says, greens we use way too much at the expense of the flowers. I believe greens can be complementary or even as a bouquet on its own.
Yes. So let's see, when was that? Last year somewhere, Karel did a bouquet completely with greens. So Karel really loves greens more than flowers even, he says. So yeah, he would do that type of thing sometimes. So maybe also a nice project. If anyone would like to see more of that, then definitely we can do another of those bouquets. And actually, I think it's time for me to put another poll in our Patreon to ask what you guys want. So next week somewhere, when I'm also posting the video of the behind the scenes of today, I will also ask you guys what you would like to see again in the future, and then we'll try to work that into the schedule of designs. Angelica.
Yes, we have Karen Wilson from New Jersey saying the bouquet really is beautiful.
Thank you very much, Karen. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna put it away, but we're gonna make some pictures of this and then we'll post that whenever I get to this video or Sin gets to this video, which may be next year. I don't know. I don't know. We're just releasing Frederik de Prees live streams now, and that was last year in March. So
we're very busy.
Yeah. So the next one. So I'm not gone. I'm just out of the frame. The next thing I'm gonna make is this one. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn this in a strange way. I was walking around in our how do you call it? In our magazine? No, not magazine. In our in the back. I was walking around in the back, and I noticed that we had these frames. They are woven with binding wire. I actually made a video on how to make this at the behind the scenes, so I will put that on the Patreon. But I saw them and I thought, well, now I don't have to do any work, so I'll just grab this. And then one was taller and the other one was shorter, and there were some other ones, but I thought this is nice because it's kind of like the golden rule applied in these two shapes. So yeah, I just stuck them in some Oasis biodegradable foam. And then I took some Nothofagus antarctica branches again because they have such an interesting shape. And then I stuck some in the Oasis, and then I connected some to the frame, so it's very stable. This is not going anywhere. And I thought this would be nice for a table setting in a certain situation. So let's, for example, say we are sitting, I'm sitting here with my partner on this side, and now there are some other people from another company sitting on the other side. So we have some privacy now because this whole fence thing is in the way, so we can just have some food. But also, if in another situation, you could turn this, and then now we have some privacy, and these people have some privacy. So, and we also have something interesting to look at. So maybe in a cafe or a restaurant, that could be interesting. Or maybe you're with a person that you don't really want to talk with, and then you just, you know, be like this. Okay, no, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Sorry, I'm talking with this person now. So, yeah. Angelica, I see you waving.
When you're having a fight with your beloved.
Yes. Then suddenly, okay, yeah, let's just have calm dinner now like this. So anyway, yeah. And for that, I need some other flowers. And I thought, okay, I want to use something different. I never really use red. because, you know, I don't really like red so much. I like burgundy red, but not like bright reds, like the color of blood. So, but I thought, you know, sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone. So I thought, let's just use red today. So I have this all here. Some nice red roses, some red spray roses, some red-ish dark-toned hypericum. And then I also have some crazy, lovely Santadesia or Calla with this red tone, and the stem is also a little bit in that color. So very lovely. Angelica.
Yeah, so first of all, I think about the previous design. Bill says, great design.
Thank you very much, Bill.
And a little bit about the greens. Greens are highly requested, but the consumer does not understand that the foliage often costs higher than many of the flowers.
Yes. Yeah, actually interesting. I had a student, I don't know if I told this story already before, but I'll say it again. I was, oh wait, whoop, whoop, whoop. There was a student of ours working in a flower shop, and she asked the customer, well, would you like some greens as well in the bouquet? And the customer was like, yeah, you know, just pick some off the ground and put it in the bouquet, because she literally thought that greens in the bouquet are garbage. So, yeah, but no, actually it costs money, and sometimes it does cost more than, yes, like you said, it can sometimes cost more than the flowers. So some lovely roses. So these are like Portanovas, red Naomis, really great. When I rarely buy them, but when I do buy a red rose, I would prefer to buy a red Naomi so that I'm really sure like I'm getting some quality rose here. So like this is going to be a parallel design, mostly parallel. Because sometimes you order a red rose online, like, and you don't really know what you're going to get, right? Sometimes they're not open at all, and you can find yourself in a pretty awkward situation when that happens. So prefer to go for the names that I know and the brands that I know are bringing out quality. So Portanova with their red Naomi are one of those. Angelica.
Yeah, so Angela says, great armature.
Thank you very much.
Sindhu also says, lovely the vase. And is that
Thanks.
black floral oasis?
Yeah, so that's a bit the trick with getting the colors right on the screen. It's actually the brown one. So it's the 91% biodegradable oasis. And actually they're still working on the recipe, so they might still get a better one. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, this is like a staircase, right? So I don't want the flowers to be placed like a staircase. So I'm gonna put this one shorter over here, and it's behind the fence, and then maybe another one in front of the fence. So that's cool, right? You can play a little bit because the fence is giving us some mystique, like not the one from the X-Men, but the actual feeling. So let's see, yeah, so we have something in the front and something in the back. Angelica.
Yes, New Age Floral says the power of the lines of natural branches is so wonderful.
Yeah, right, it's really cool. It's really like big statement. So, and then I'm going through this whole design like that. And Angelica.
Yes, and a question from Margaret Pasman.
Yeah.
Should I do it in Dutch?
Well, if you want to translate it
Okay,
for
I'll
the
first
audience.
translate it. If I would follow a course at the Boerma Instituut, would it be in English or Dutch?
Good question.
Because she would love to follow some of our courses, especially the bridal course and the funeral course.
Okay. Well, so yes. So I'll answer it in Dutch first because that makes sense, right? Inderdaad, onze cursussen zijn allemaal in het Nederlands oorspronkelijk. En zodra er iemand bij komt die niet Nederlands spreekt, dan spreken we 2 talen. Dus dan doen we het in het Engels en in het Nederlands. Dus in jouw situatie, ja, dan zouden we het inderdaad in het Nederlands doen en af en toe in het Engels. Soms gebeurt het ook wel eens dat er mensen zijn die het niet erg vinden om Engels, die allemaal Engels verstaan, zeg maar. En in dat geval, dan spreken we helemaal in het Engels. Maar zodra er 1 persoon is die Nederlands is en die niet Engels goed verstaat, dan spreken we Nederlands. Alright, so basically we teach our courses bilingual. So as soon as we know that someone is in the classroom that doesn't speak Dutch, then we will speak in English as well. So we will speak bilingual. If there are only Dutch people, then of course it doesn't make sense to speak English, so then we speak Dutch. But yeah, all our courses are international, so as soon as someone joins that does not speak Dutch, we will do bilingual. And there's also the international course, the international professional course, and that is completely in English. And then we also have a national course, and that is completely in Dutch. And this is the professional course. That's like the whole shebang, the whole training, like 25 lesson days, followable as a Dutch course, like 1 day a week, or an international course, like 5 days a week for 5 days straight, or in modules. So you can do it like, maybe I do module 1, 2, 3 in 1 year, and then module 4 and 5 the next year, because, you know, people are busy, so I can imagine that you maybe cannot take 5 weeks off of work. So in this hypericum, I place a little bit differently. As you can see, I place it diagonal, but that's because the hypericum berries themselves, they are growing upwards. So I always like to check the direction of the flowers when I'm placing them in the arrangement. Angelica.
Yes, we have Sarita Lee saying, watching you work is simply beautiful.
Thank you very much. That's a
agree.
big compliment. Thank you. So, and what I'm doing is also I'm looking at the place that the flower can be in. So I want to give all the flowers a nice place for themselves so that you see the worth of all the flowers individually and that they're not blocking each other. And also I'm placing flowers according to the golden rule, or at least I'm trying to. I mean, I do my best. Yeah. So that means that the natural beauty, which is something that we teach in our school these days, that you follow the rules of nature. Angelica.
Yes, first of all, Margaret says, thank you for your commentary.
You're very welcome.
And a question from Angela.
Yeah.
Tying the wood, the cornice.
Yes.
Is it cornice?
Yes.
Yes. Is it a Japanese technique?
I think, well, that's a good question. I honestly don't know who invented this. I think it's probably a really, really old technique that already existed for a long time.
I must say I have seen this before, but done with bamboo
Okay.
sticks.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just it's actually quite simple weaving technique. So, yeah, and I know some specific Japanese techniques. But those are more in woodworking, and then they have these really elaborate, cool ways to make connections without having to put, how do you call them? Nails. But anyway, that's a totally different subject. I don't know, I'm drifting off. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just a weaving technique. And for you, Angela, you are also a patron. So if you check next week, then probably the video is already there for you to check out. Angelica.
Yes, New Age Floral says this would make a wonderful minimalist buffet table piece, perhaps using sand or other natural elements on the base.
Yes, actually, as a matter of fact, I do have sand to put on the base, and I have some other things. Yeah, I do. I should probably also add some rocks, but that's maybe later. When you see the pictures, you can have a look.
Oh, and Karen Wilson agrees with New Age Floral.
Thank you. Yes, actually, this weekend we have some sort of celebration, and I will be putting this. I hope we can put this on the buffet. So that would be cool. So
It's pretty big.
it's pretty big, yeah.
Where do I need
So
to put the food?
Angelica has made enchiladas like for 70 people. No, yeah, well, 70 pieces. And we learned about enchiladas from our friend Anna Bettencourt when she was here following the professional course and the advanced and the master. She made enchiladas for us, and we thought it was pretty amazing. So ever since then, we occasionally make them. So some antirinum, and as you can see, I'm already cheating a little bit. I'm adding some color that is not red. This is a pink tone, but of course, if you add white to red, then it slowly becomes more of a pink color. So yeah, we're grading towards the pink now, and there's also some orange inside here. Let's see though. I'm going to put this, because from the back it's difficult to see, but I do think, yes. I'm going to move into the front for a sec. There we go. Sorry to show you my back, but it makes it a little bit easier for me, because I need to kind of see what's going on without blocking too much off of the other things. So I still want to have this have its own place. Please have your own place. Yes, and you should also still have your own place. Yes, maybe like, no. You were there for a reason, because you're playing with that one over there. All right, so there I am again. Sorry for my back. Angelica.
Yes, Sally G says, enchiladas are delicious. Well done, Angelica.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wish I could let you guys taste the enchiladas.
Yeah,
I tasted the sauce and it was pretty amazing.
Yes, I also tasted a little bit. It was really great, because you used smoked garlic and smoked paprika, which are two of my favorite ingredients. And so if you are ever here, coming to the school, then you can taste Angelica's delicious cooking, because she cooks home-cooked meals every day for the students. Usually it's her own soups, but sometimes for the professional course, especially the advanced course and such, then she cooks something a little bit more elaborate as well.
Like enchiladas.
Like
Or
enchiladas,
lasagna.
Yeah. Let's see. A little bit lower for this one, and a little bit more forward. So on the camera, you don't really see this, unfortunately, very well, but people will see it in the pictures. Angelica.
Yes, first of all, thumbs up from Taiwan.
Hey, Wenyu and the teachers and the students from Taiwan, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And then a question from Lisa. Is there a Theo Boerma Cup this summer?
Ooh, good question, actually. To be honest, with COVID and everything, we didn't really think about it so much this year. So perhaps, actually, this is the first time I'm thinking about it now. So yeah, let's see if we should have the Theo Boerma Cup again this year, if it's possible, because the restrictions of Corona are getting less and less. So perhaps, yeah. So some Anigo Santos or kangaroo paw. And let's make some things peek a little bit behind the curtains. Angelica.
Yes, New Age Floral says, love the echoing technique of juxtaposing certain flowers from front to back.
Thank you very much. Yes, I really like to play with that rhythm as well. And thank you. I'm glad it's working a little bit. So, and we're bringing in a little bit more yellow now. Yes, no, this one needs to go to the front. Or does it? Yes, it does. Angelica, I hear a little waving or creaking.
Sindhu says, I miss the school.
Yes, well, we miss you too over here. It's been a long time. That's really like too crazy. But things are opening up again, so perhaps it will be possible in the near future. So create a little depth as well. So everything was quite near the frame until now. So let's put some things a little bit more to the front so that we're getting some depth in here. And then how far can I go with this, huh? I really got way too much for this. Anyway, yes, some jasmante. I'm always afraid that I don't have enough, so then I get way too much. It's a difficult situation. So I don't want to have it exactly in the middle, that would be silly. Let's first go do something here. Because I have some really cool materials that I really want to add in this design. Angelica.
Yes, so first of all, Angela says, this is definitely my kind of design. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Lisa says, very peaceful and calming design.
Thank you.
And Sally G says, sorry to be that person again, but kangaroo paw is Western Australia's state floral emblem. They also grow wild here.
Nice, yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. That's a strange movement. Well, sometimes strange is a good thing, but this movement was a little bit not what I was looking for. So, and it's a very bright one as well. So, well, we need to repeat some of this movement. It's difficult. This one. I don't want it. No, it's not good. Never mind that one. We have this, we have that. All right, so, yes, I went a little bit overboard here. So, let's go a little bit more pink. Oh no, I cut someone's head off. Oh. I'm sorry. Because I have this as well, and it's really, really lovely. It's Gloriosa, please don't break. Okay, we're good. And let's see, yeah, because that one was really amazing with great movement and everything, and I messed it up. So let's see, these are nice. And I'm just checking in the camera, so it's not like I'm standing here holding these things up for no reason. Just to see the movement a little bit and to see where I'm going to put them. Yes. Okay, Angelica.
Yes, so Taiwan says very oriental style, thumbs up.
Now that you say that, yes, it kind of does. Kind of getting those vibes.
And I think New Age Floral says about the kangaroo paw, go just left or back center.
I thought that was the jasmante.
Oh, jasmante,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes, so it should be on the somewhere on the left, huh? But I'll keep it on hold for now. So this is a good position, but of course it's not in the oasis right now. So I have some tubes over here. So let's put some tubes in there, and that gives us, well, it's a little on the high side, but anyway, this is a nice spot, and I already put these tubes on wire, and that'll help us give some more flexibility in our placement. So please go back up a little bit, and please stay. For now, don't fall on me. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be such a risk taker. Just put it there. I know where I want it now. I already put the wire there, so, okay. And pulling it through, like so. And I'll neatly cut off those wires later. But what I do want to do now, because I'm very forgetful, put some water in there already. Like so, and then I notice the weight is making it go down, so that means I did not pull it tight enough. Yes, well, that's better. So the nice thing about the cornice, so it's a soft stem, so when I really want to tie it tightly, the wire is getting into the cornice stem, and that helps. Keeping it in place. What am I doing? Risky business. Okay. was a little bit different, wasn't it? It was the other way around, huh? Yeah. No. Okay. I can do this. The other way. Now the other way. There we go. Yes, that's better. Going with the fence and growing in its natural direction. So that is nice. It is really just the maximum amount that we can see on the screen. And then another one, a little bit lower. Guess I'm gonna. What's up?
So Angela says, found it, takeami,
Okay,
bamboo weaving, if anyone wants to do it.
cool. Okay. Let's see, because I'm very concentrated right now. Very carefully have to put it in. How does that look on camera? It's like squishing it, huh? Let's have the crown hold it. There we go. Okay. Let's see from a different angle. Looks about right. And of course, coming back on this side. A little lower. Not too busy. Like that or like that. Ooh, something's happening over there. And then of course, make it too short. But we have a solution, huh? Creative thinking. Okay, let's go from the other side again. So I'm sorry, you're gonna see my back again for a little bit. Making myself very difficult. No. First I put the wire through, then I go to the other side. Can't do everything at once, huh? Okay, there we go. All right. Angelica, I hear you laughing. It's because of me fumbling around or
Yes,
someone saying something funny?
I'm a bit like, make up your mind.
There we go.
Ah, yes, a question from Angela.
Yeah.
Explain the 358 in this design.
Yeah, so I have, so sometimes you can stretch the proportions a little bit, but we have some 3, 5, and 8 here. Then we have some 3 and then 5, which is really stretched out proportion, and an 8 there. Then we have 3, Actually, now that I look at it, I could have done this a little differently. But anyway, this is like a 3, that's like a 5. And then also in here we have the 3, 5, 8 with the fence, and then placement of the hypericum and the spray roses, for example, spray rose here, 1, 5, 3, and then 8. So it's going through the whole design, and that's actually the same I want to do with the Gloriosa. So we have some Gloriosa going on here, and we make it come back over there. And then also we have the 3, 5, 8 with the placement of those Gloriosa lilies. So, and the golden rule can be applied by size of something. It can be applied by distance in between the flowers, and it can be, it can be a lot of things, and it's in 3D, not only 2D, so it has to be in depth as well. All right, so something like that. Angelica.
New Age Floral says, watching your process while you work with the personalities of each stem and comments on it, it's a treat.
Thank you very much. So I have some amazing Ranunculus over here. So some orange color as well, makes it a little bit brighter. Some pop of color in that regard. So, for example, this one is going through the fence, because why not? They can go through the fence. Angelica.
Angela says, that got you thinking.
Yes.
But she also says, and educational.
Thanks. Yeah. When I'm doing it, I'm kind of thinking about it, but I'm also not thinking about it all the time, if you get what I mean. So sometimes I have to look back and reflect on like, what was my process again? I kind of forgot. And then you can also notice sometimes like, maybe I could have done this a little bit better. You know, everything can always be better. But don't, you know, I've learned over the time that I shouldn't beat myself up over it too much, because that's also not, how do you call it? It's not productive to always be like, I should have done this or I should have done that. Sometimes you just have to do. And, you know, that got a lot of weight off my shoulders. Same with doing these live streams, you know. I always wanted to do them, but I was always like, a little bit too shy for that. And eventually you just have to do it, and then it gets easier along the way. Angelica.
Yes, we have Yeti saying,
Oh, hey.
Mike, you
Yeti.
are looking great again, almost taking away all the shine from the flowers.
Thank you very much, Yeti. Nice that you're here as well. It's been a while since we hung out. Hang or hung? Yes, anyway. Thank you for being here too. Yeah, I would love actually another Ranunculus. So maybe if you could grab one. They're amazing. They're really, really great. They have very interesting shape.
Big or small?
Small is fine, thank you. And then we have this as well, some nice protea. Like it's slowly getting more and more. And as I'm adding those things, we're losing a little bit of the parallelness, right? There's so many lines that are not going straight up anymore that it's actually getting lost a little bit. So what I want to do before I add anything else is to go and add some more parallel movement. So that means I need to add some straight things in there. Angelica.
Yes, so Angela says nothing in life is perfection, so why try to achieve it?
Yes, well said. And, you know, as florists, we are working with natural products. So basically, you know, there is, of course, nature is perfect in its own ways, but also nature is imperfect. So that's a nice thing to remind ourselves of. Like, every product is different, you know. This Crospedia is not the same as the other Crospedia. So no need to try and make everything perfectly standing up, or, you know, have some space in there as well for errors. Yeah, so now we get some repetition, huh? Hey, necessary sometimes. How do you know that someone is Dutch? They will say "hè" and
At the end of every sentence.
every sentence. Yes, eh? Okay. Well, no. Let's see, I have some shorter ones, but they're a little bit straighter, more strict. So, need some, there we go. Angelica, oh no, sorry. You were just hitting the table. So some yellow, some more yellow in there, which is fun because there's some yellow in the Gloriosa and red, orange, then we go to the yellow. And this Crospedia, I like Crospedia a lot because they're such a, you know, playful thing. Oh, change the battery pack, y'all. Yes, so we'll be right back. I'm still here. Angelica, can you put on the "we'll be right back" thingy? But because Sin is...
Sorry, I did the starting soon thingy. Who, me?
Because I don't think they can hear me now.
Oh, okay. Well, He's not doing much. He's adding just one more craspedia on the right side, next to the hypericum that was going a bit diagonal.
Je kan wel terugschakelen.
Yes, we're back.
Hey, there we are again. So yes, I was indeed not doing much, as Angelica said.
Sorry,
Never
that
doing much.
sounded
No, no,
strange.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, I need to take a look from the front a little bit. So, let's see here. Obviously, we need some more things going on, especially at the front when it comes to craspedia. So, let's put one over here. Let's put another one maybe here. Here. My voice is getting weirder and weirder. Excuse me for my back again. I apologize. There we go. So this is pretty important to repeat these lines, otherwise it's not parallel anymore. You need to have like 80% parallel stems, so that's pretty important. Angelica.
Yes, so first, New Age Floral says nature's rhythms are the best.
Yes.
And Sindhu says it's good to add gloriosa to take the arrangement to make the arrangement more alive because of the color and texture. So nice.
Thank you. Yes, I always think gloriosa adds such an interesting natural aspect to it. Yeah, there we go. So I think that helps, these craspedas. Angelica.
Yes, New Age Floral says such a graphic quality with the addition of the craspedas.
Thank you.
And Sally G says, great commentary, Angelica. And thank you. I also think I should do sports. What do you think? Sports commentary?
Yes, and now the ball is going to the other side. And another person is taking it. Okay, so I just ran out of the screen to grab some more of these lovely long ones. So when I was at so first off, I order flowers online, so then you never really know what you're gonna get. So sometimes you have to take, well, let's put it like this. Everyone knows that the price of flowers are going up a lot these days, right? So we try to order more online because that's a more economical way to buy the flowers. But the downside is that you never really actually know what you're gonna get. Like the picture can be totally different sometimes. And in that case, you have to work with what you have. So it can be very difficult. But I also like to go to the auction sometimes to supplement whatever I get, especially for a live stream. And then I went to the auction this morning. And then I found these beautiful craspedas because they were nicely priced. So I thought, oh, this would be perfect. And then I saw these humongous liatris. I've never seen them this chunky. Well, at least not when I'm buying them online. So whoever grew these liatris, I couldn't see the name, but great job. So now let's go a bit further on a different way of this color palette and put in some contrasting colors. So the purple, of course, is an enormous contrast to the yellow. And I wanted, so you see we started out with red and now it's something completely different, right? Because I can't help myself. I need to add in other colors to supplement. And now we're getting a little crazy in here. Angelica.
Yes, question from Angela. 80% parallel stems to make it a parallel design, question mark?
Yes, that's what I feel at least. I feel like you need to have, well, it could also be 70%, but you need to have a very strong dominant theme going on in the design. And if it's parallel, your line direction is parallel, then I think the biggest part should reflect that. If you start to add more and more other movements in the bouquet or design, then it's getting a little bit conflicting. So then it's not clear anymore what kind of movement you were going for. And that can be disrupting sometimes. Like how I'm adding these purple elements now to the design. We're going all overboard now. Angelica.
Yes, so well, Angela first of all says, Angelica, sports, definitely. I hear a new calling. So Karen Wilson says, very true about ordering flowers online.
Yeah, it's tricky, huh? Never know what you're gonna get.
I think we had multiple times that we ordered a certain color of a flower and we got totally the opposite.
Oh. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry guys. The mic was falling off. Okay. It's tricky to add and add and add, and eventually it's too much, huh? But this needs to be shorter. That's something, you know, obviously you should know when to stop. But also I want to add all these cool elements in this design. So let's throw modesty out of the window. And I'm just going for it. If that's all right with everyone. Yes, Angelica.
Yeah, so Angela says, not sure about the liatres. And I'm actually maybe agreeing with Angela.
All right, yeah, I can get that. But I like the contrasting color it gives. So we have some hot colors, and then we have some cold colors in there. But I also understand that you need to contrast a little bit sometimes. But if I only have the liatres in there, it doesn't really make so much sense.
No, but take the liatres out and stick with only the warm tones.
Yes.
Because it's getting also very busy.
Yes. But if I add some of the round colors, some of these other lighter purple colors, then suddenly the balance is shifting, in my opinion, and then maybe it can still work. So that was what I wanted to challenge myself to do, was bring this from one color spectrum and then go into another one. So just want to try it out. And you know, eventually, afterwards, I can always take pictures with these things in, and I can always take them out later. So there we go. All right. So, and yeah, you know, I can add and add and add, but maybe you're right. Some sand I had also.
Here in the
Ja, kan je die even geven alsjeblieft? I'm looking at it now. Hey, and thinking, how should we bring back that color to the base? And for that, I have these lovely little ones. Thank you, Angelica. So, and then I'm going to add those to the base. Actually, I also had this, but it's going to be too much. Yeah, no, I keep it like that. Angelica.
Yes, we have Mari Carmen Rubio Sales sending
Hey.
you a smiley face with heart eyes.
Thank you, thank you.
New Age Floral says it adds depth to the work when you present different planes of contrast. I'm liking this.
Thank you.
Sally G says, I like it with the purple. It's looking very whimsical now.
Thank you. Yeah, it gives another energy. And that's what contrast does. It brings energy to a design. like tension, energy, and I like that a lot. It is safe to just keep it in a harmonious color scheme, meaning all the colors are next to each other on the color wheel. But for me, adding a contrasting element indeed brings some kind of depth. So, Angelica.
Lisa Florissa says the allium is nice with the color change. Fun to watch the thought process.
Thank you.
New Age Floral says Coleus.
Sorry?
Coleus?
Coleus?
Coleus.
I'm not really sure what you're meaning by that. Coleus.
Maybe I'm pronouncing it different.
Maybe we can try that one. Could you maybe formulate it differently? Because I'm not recognizing it as a flower name. Okay, so some sand to the base. So there we go, Kirsten. Part 1. Angelica.
Lindley McFarland says, I have been watching several designs from something very simple and elegant now to something very complex, very clever.
Thank you very much.
New Age Floral says, oops, Begonia Rex.
Ah, yes, that is it. Yeah, the plant leaves that I'm going to add, hopefully. So, some sand. Shaking on some sand. It's not a song. Yes, Angelica.
Yeti says, I just loving the purple flowers, so vibrant.
Thank you very much, Yeti.
And Angela says, okay, with the round form of allium, it may work, but you have lost the Santadesia.
Ah, yes, you're right. I see what you mean. But also, please keep in mind that on the television screen, it's really a lot darker than in real life. So, for example, the red roses, you can also almost not see. But if you were to witness this in real life, yeah, sorry?
Okay, so Angela says, okay, Mike, you've done it now. The sand makes the Santadesias pop. Sorry.
Okay, well, you know, it's an adventure, isn't it? It's like a roller coaster. An emotional roller coaster today for everyone involved.
Oh, and Lisa Florista says, whimsical, yes.
Yes. We're going for the whimsical vibes. Yes. Then, so the Begonia leaves, which, so now I did sand on this first, and you know, this is a fragile stem. So let's figure out how we're going to insert these. And for that, we have a trick with the stem. So, 1 second. Yes, we need it. Well, we need a stem that's almost the same size. And I'm not going to cut these really crazy expensive allium that I found on the auction, which I'm not going to put in the design because that would be too much. Okay, I'm not going that far. But how cool are they, right? They can go in something else maybe. I don't know, maybe another time. Angelica.
Yes, Lisa Florissa says, floating yellow dots.
Yes.
New Age Floral says, gradation has been brought out and the structure now disappears. Brilliant.
Ah, yes, I see. Yeah.
Sally G says, it's like a Dr. Seuss garden. And Angela says, roller coaster, you've done that.
Nice, thank you. So, some of these begonia leaves here. And of course, from a certain perspective, you notice them more than from another perspective. So if you look from this angle, they're more visible. And then I'm just going to try and get a nice rhythm going with these begonia leaves. So. And I really like this interesting pattern that these guys have, or girls. They're really nice. There's a good word for it that I've lost. I forgot what it was, but having a pattern like that can be very interesting. And also there's a warm color in there, but there's also a cold green color in there. So, and of course afterwards we would have to put in some water in here, otherwise these begonia will not survive. Oasis of course has some water in there, but not enough. So this is like a little detail for the people coming up close to it. Of course, I should also place it on the back. Just imagine I'm doing that. I'll do that later. Don't want to, you know, bore you with something that you can't really see. Angelica.
Yes, so Angela says the other oleums would have looked great too.
Yes, if I would not put in the rest of the things, I think. Then some cute little succulents to make the base a little bit more interesting. So 2 over there, and then a bigger one somewhere to the back. Well, or not to the back, but maybe more over here. So we spread them out a little bit more. An even bigger one would have been nice, but I'm working with what I found. And these, of course, we can put them on there, and eventually we can make them get their roots again. You know what? Putting this one here. That's better. And then this one I'm putting a little bit more to the back. So when they get the roots again, I can put them in again. Yeah. So, okay. Where is this one gonna come? Well, how's about here? Or then we have a 2 similar rhythm going on. So these are gonna go more together like that. Then that's better. So maybe this is enough. I could always add some, I had some lovely gerbera's, which I'll show you, might go into another piece, but I think when I'm looking at the time, and we're almost out of time or we're over time, anyway, yes, if that clock's correct, then we're over time, but it doesn't matter. So these very nice pasta gerbera, I love them. Not for today, maybe another time. Maybe I'll make some nice homework with that. Then Nikki gave me some of these cool things. This could have also been nice, but there's enough in there already. So let's not do that. So I think I'm just going to clean the table a little bit so that you can have a clear, unobstructed view a bit more. So let's get this away. Let's get this in here. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask them. I'm still here for you. So, Angelica.
Yes, so Angela says if you had a hollow stem, you could have used it to put in the begonia stem in capillary action with the foam/water.
Yes?
Is that your whole...
No, I understand.
Okay.
I understand. It kind of looked like I didn't understand, but said yes anyway. No, I totally understand. No, I actually did understand. So, yes, it would be cool. I could put in a hollow stem, and then I put in the begonia, right? That's what you meant? Like, for example, a gerbera or something like that. Yeah, that could have worked. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then you are very sure that so sometimes when you stick in a stem, and then you take it out, and then you put in another stem, can be a bit of a gap. From which the flower is not in the oasis and not able to drink. So in that case, it's better to do something like Angela says, and that's safer bet. All right. So, yes, Angelica.
Lisa Florista says, amazing, like the United Nation of Flowers.
Thank you very much.
New Age Floral says, bravo.
Thank you.
Angela is giving you a big applause and a lot of smiley faces with heart eyes.
Thank you very much.
Sally G also gives you a applause.
All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it that you were here again with us to enjoy some floral design time. And I hope, yes, well, it sounded like you enjoyed, and I hope everyone else who is watching also enjoyed. And I would like to say thank you very much. If you like this video, please press that like button. You know, I have to say those things because when you press that like button, other people will get this video recommended. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot, and we have recently hit 3,500 subscribers. So that's pretty amazing. So thank you very much, everyone, for doing that. And if you would like to support our channel, like donate a cup of coffee every month, you can do so on our Patreon. It's €4 a month, and then you get some behind-the-scenes content like how this frame was made. And actually, I promised a couple of times already to show you how to do the spider. I actually recorded how to do the spider wiring technique, and then you can see that in the video next week as well. So we have a lot of behind-the-scenes content. So thank you very much, and well, see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you. Now everyone is coming over here, right, to wave goodbye. Yeah. Yay, thank you very much. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.